Hello, this is Diana. This is my Trailblazers of the Universe YouTube channel. On my channel, I am helping you fearlessly and unapologetically live your best, most authentic life. I am helping you break through your barriers and transcend limitations you may have. If that sounds good to you, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. So today's weekly intuitive message it's more of a question for you to ponder, to think about. What is distracting you from your path, from your dream life, from being your best version? In a world full of so many distractions to throw you off, to purposely throw you off your path, keep you in a lower vibration, keep you tired, draining your energy so you don't have the energy to do the things you actually want to do. You're going to see a lot of things if you actually look around every day without judging, without being angry at the system, just observing and saying, what's always throwing me off what I'm doing? And it's sometimes you hear manifestation coaches teach that you need to have a pure thought about something or intention, right? When you're manifesting something, I have a manifestation playlist, by the way, on my channel. I talk about what manifests your thought, right? What are you focusing on mentally, and also your state of being, how you're feeling. The thoughts are the electric, right, that send the signal out. I think I've heard Dr. Joe Dispenza say that. And the heart space, the feeling state, is what magnetizes it, right? Draws it into you. I was thinking about the thing, a pure thought about something, about the thing you want, about your manifestation, about your dream life, right? Even a clear vision, right? So it's hard to manifest that, but we can't even focus on the things we want. We have so many things distracting us from our path, from our manifestation, from our dream life, from being our highest self version, and that was done by design, by the way. It can be hard to have a pure thought about something. There's constantly things being thrown in your face on social media, the news. Even say music throws you off sometimes. These different foods, right? Distractions, shiny objects, buy this, buy that, consumerism. All these subconscious programming to tell you that you're not worthy of the things you want and deserve to have. So it can be tough to navigate through a world like this when you can't. How are we supposed to manifest our dream life when you can't even have a pure thought or pure focus on what you want? There's so many things distracting you. And then if you have any kind of emotional trauma or like any kind of trauma, right, that can throw you off too, because sometimes you're just trying to get through the day. Or if you're struggling with mental health, heartbreak, grief, those can really drain your energy too and make you not even want to move on, right? It makes a lot of energy. And also we have fear being thrown at us 24/7 about what's going on in the world, what could happen, catastrophes, disasters, economy collapsing, right? It can make you feel like there's no hope, or very cloudy. Sometimes we don't know what's real and what's not. We have a frequency shift going on the planet. We have, it's eclipse season. We have Mercury retrograde. We have Pluto retrograde too. And all these things are just things that are trying to throw us off from manifesting our dream life. So what can we do to have a pure thought about something, a pure intention, a pure vision, a clear vision? So you want to have a pure thought about something, pure intention. Like, hey, like this is what I'm doing. And also feel like that you're worthy of and deserving of it, and also able to receive, right? There's something that you've been trying to manifest for a while, but manifesting isn't really a trying process, right? It shouldn't be that much of a trying process, but it can feel like it when you can't even focus on the thing you want, on the path you want. There's so many things that are always wanting your attention. Sometimes it comes in the form of people, energy vampires, friends that aren't on the same path as you. Sometimes it's things that are coming up that maybe you haven't worked on, that need to be healed, right? Emotional triggers and things are always being put out to emotionally trigger us too. If you've been trying to manifest something for a while, or you have this dream of yours and you find that every time you even try to make forward motion towards that, or make steps towards that, it's always something throwing you off, right? Distracting you. What is that? It might be something that needs to be healed within you. It could even be a limiting belief. And sometimes we want to distract ourselves so we don't work on ourselves, or things are too painful to work through, or it's too scary, right? There's a lot of reasons why we might not take steps towards our dream, or even finding our life purpose, or taking any kind of step towards that. So how can we eliminate these distractions, these things that are throwing us off, so we can have a pure, aligned thought about this, a vision, clear vision, and take action towards it, and not feel like we're always being thrown off our path. We want to be stable. We want to be grounded. So I think being grounded is one of the most important things, because when you're grounded, you're more in the present moment. You can see clearer, right? Your head's not in the clouds. You're not distracted by all these things. You don't feel like you have a stable foundation to stand on. What needs to be eliminated from your life? Like, just maybe journal. Like, how about every time you're trying to take a step towards whatever goal you're trying to do, whatever form it is, whatever goal that you're trying to meet, or dream you're trying to follow, take action towards, write down or take mental note of what is it that keeps throwing you off. You know, you might be surprised what comes up. Or it might be something simple. Hey, man, I'm always trying to do this. It's always the same person. I mean, when I'm trying to record a video or work out, or sometimes there'll be someone always trying to tempt you to do that. And maybe you just need to set boundaries. Or maybe you need to spend more time alone. Doing some more healing. Maybe it's just keeping everything in balance more, like having your physical, like working on your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health, right? Maybe it's turning off social media. Maybe it's turning off the TV. Or it's some kind of temptation. So maybe you really need to remove yourself from environments or apps, phone apps, whatever it is, things that are always like taking a lot of your attention and energy. And you'll know how you feel after you do these certain things. What's draining? There's something that's always draining you, or taking your attention and your energy, right? Attention is currency. Attention is the highest form of currency. So whatever is taking your attention is what's throwing you off. It's probably what's throwing you off your path. And it's probably the same thing every time. So what can we do to make changes, create a different routine, a different pattern? It starts with little choices sometimes. It's not always as big, I have to cut out this completely, or I have to completely do a whole new routine. Sometimes just making a little change in your routine. Sometimes just, I'm spending a little bit less time on social media. I'm gonna go walk in the morning. I'm gonna meditate when I wake up instead, so I can get a clear vision. Sometimes meditation is really helpful too, to tune out all those distractions, like to really sit with yourself, find out what you want, and then once you're more connected, once you can have that pure aligned thought, like I said, and get rid of some of these distractions, all these things that are always like, you feel like going through a video game, they're always like attacking you all day, wanting attention, wanting energy. You can tune in more and connect more with your intuition. The veil is very thin right now, to decide what's the next step needed to get to my goal, get to my dream. And I always say act as if. Sometimes the shortest way to do that, being in your head all the time thinking about it isn't making movement, and that's why you just feel like you're in a loop, right? You're thinking about it, you're feeling this way, you don't feel like you're good enough, you're scared. Sometimes it's just taking action. It could be a simple action. Just taking action is the way to get rid of a lot of that fear and everything. Just do it. Just do something towards that. It's one little step every day towards that dream or something. And then it becomes a routine. It becomes easier once you start doing it. Then it becomes easier. It's more natural. That's like me making YouTube videos. At first, it was way out of my comfort zone. I didn't like being on camera. I didn't know if my message was good enough. I didn't think I had good editing skills, nothing, right? But I was even recording on my phone when I first started. I knew I had a message to get out. I knew I didn't want to keep doing all the stuff I was doing. So I just took a step. I started practicing record, and then I posted something. And I made a Facebook group. I just kind of start acting as that version that is a successful YouTuber, right? Now I'm into podcasting. Even that was a little bit extra for me at first, scared because I was outside my comfort zone. But I just took these little steps. Maybe I bought a camera. I did this. I started to get improve my mental health, because if you don't have good mental health, you're not going to want to record content a lot of times, right? Or if you don't feel good within, like doing things to make me feel better, like exercising, meditating, things like that. That helped me prepare to do that And then everything becomes more natural with repetition. But you're not going to get it from keeping it all up here, taking action. Getting that aligned thought, so getting rid of the distractions, getting that aligned thought, okay, this is what I want to do, and then it's not just the aligned thought, then taking inspired action. And that is, I think, a recipe for success, and if you're feeling stuck, it'll really help you. But a lot of it's removing the distractions first. And you're not going to take action. Think about it. Even taking action, if you have all these distractions, it's going to be hard for you to take action. So I think that's very important to pay attention to what's taking your energy, time, draining you. It's a person, a thing, an activity, a habit. Be something that needs to be removed, right? Or changed or altered. There's no change without a change in routine, right? As someone that used to be an addict, I didn't get better and get on YouTube and do all this stuff I'm doing by staying in the same mental patterns, right? And not taking physical action. I had to do something completely different from what I was doing, but I started small, and then it gets more comfortable. That's all I have for today. If you like this content, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I also have a Facebook group and Instagram and TikTok. If you're interested in that, my link is in the video description. I also offer transformational and spiritual coaching. If you need help getting your life together in any kind of way, I'm someone that's been through addiction, I've had trauma, grief, toxic relationships, the above, so I really know how to change my life around and, give advice to people that are struggling. And I used to have a lot of mental health issues too, and I overcame them. I found natural ways to deal with all these issues I was having and really improve my life and transform it. So that my contact information is in this video description as well. Have a good day.